Okay, if you want to learn how to put text on screen in your video, I'm going to make it so that you get every single step. So make sure you watch this video all the way through and save the video. Here we go. After you've uploaded or you've recorded your message, you're going to come to this screen. I like to choose the editor tool to add my text. So I'm going to click on this button here and it's going to open up the timeline in the editor tool. I'm going to look down at the bottom toolbar and there's a capital A and a small letter A with text underneath it. I'm going to click on that to open this tool up. I can see it says enter text on the screen. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add in the words I want to say. So I'm going to put in TikTok tutorial because my videos are TikTok tutorials. And I'm going to move it to the top of the screen where I want it to be when it's done. Now I can make some choices about the color and the font. So I'm going to come down to the big A that's down here on the left, and this is going to open up all the different font choices that I have. You can go through these and click on them and it will change the font so you can see what it looks like. I suggest you choose something that is just easy to read. Personally, I just stick with the classic. Now the next tool here is the color wheel, and we can choose a color for the lettering if we want. So you can go through and choose any color you want here. This is what the red looks like. Maybe you like green, or here's orange. I'm going to go back to the white though. I'm going to go to the next option, which is the A with a square around it. That's going to help me choose different styles. So if I actually want something that's pre-done, like a template, this will give me lots of different creative choices of style of font. Again, a good idea here is to just focus on something that's really easy to read. What I typically do is I go to the top of these templates and I look at this, at the trending basic glow red, and I choose the red one, this one right here. That's my typical one that I choose, and I do it with the classic font. My favorite though is the animation tool, which is on the far right. And that is going to be where the word does something when it comes on screen. For example, if you choose the reveal right, you can see it come on screen from left to right. This is what the enlarge looks like, where it comes in. These are all the ones I like using. The slide right in, that's always a good one. They're not glitchy, but they have lots of movement. But probably my big favorite one is the jump up. Once you've chosen all of these things, you can now go back and you can see it on the timeline. That pink bubble underneath the timeline is your text. You can make adjustments to that by grabbing one end and just shrinking it in, so that you see the words are not there and then they pop in. Or you can extend the word being on screen by just stretching it out as well. In my videos, I add more than one set of text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to add another word on screen. I'm going to go down to the toolbar and click on the text button again and open all of this up again, do everything the same. And I'm just going to choose a different way of presenting it so it's slightly different. This time I'm going to go to the basic font and I'm just going to scroll down till I get a black background option, which is right there. Now I can move that up underneath the other word and just make it a little bit smaller so it doesn't overwhelm the other one. And I can click on the TikTok tutorial one and just make it bigger so it stands out a little bit more. Then I can make any adjustments I want to when I want it to come in, which I want it to come in at the same time as the other words. So I'll just stretch it out, and there. That is how I add the text to the screen of my TikTok videos.